Hey, how's it going, guys? Austin More Skills Gaming. Welcome back to InZoi, a new series on the channel. Be doing a lot of InZoi tips, tricks, guides, and all that good stuff. But in this video, we're talking about skills and how to raise your skills fast. We're going to break down every skill in the game, what you can do with the skill, how to make money with the skills, and, just some tips and tricks on how to level them up really fast. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right into the video. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it. And the first skill that I would like to talk about is going to be the instrument skill. So how can we level up our instrument skill? Well, pretty obvious. You just need to get an instrument, whether that be electric guitar, acoustic guitar, drums. We'll go ahead and practice. I love his pink guitar. I swear the other day I think he was playing like Iron Man or something. But a really cool thing about the instrument skill is that you can actually record music and like sell your music for meow coins. But the guitar is definitely one of the fastest ways to level it up. So how do we like sell music with the instrument skill? Well, pretty easy actually. So all you would need is like a computer. The computer is really useful for learning other skills too, which we'll talk about later in the video. But if I use the computer right here, it'll give me the option to compose music. And as you level up your skills, you unlock more options to do more things with the skill. Let's go ahead and make some classical music. And if you want to, you can make a title or a description for your music. I usually don't. But yeah, the Zoi will actually like sit down on the computer right here and he'll work on a song to like sell. Yeah, this image right here kind of looks like he's using FL Studio. Pretty cool. But what I usually do is whenever I'm working on my skills, I'll speed this up to like very fast. That way, it'll get done a lot faster. Unfortunately, we can't go above 5x. 5x is kind of the max, but we just leveled up to level 5. That's pretty cool. Now, the next skill that we're going to talk about is the art skill, which is very similar to music. They're both creative skills, but just like being able to sell your music, you can also sell your art too. Go ahead and throw this away. It's not a very good painting. So there are a couple ways to raise the art skill. One way, probably the obvious one, is to just, paint a picture. And like any skill, the more you do it, the better the outcome of the project. Also, the more money that you'll earn. My lady is really admiring my art right now. It's a work in progress. I think he's making like an airplane or something. Art and music are probably my favorite skills. That's why I started out with them. Now, another way to raise your art skill is by learning about art through like books and stuff. You can do this with other skills too, but if we go to our bookshelf right here, we go like read a book, we can actually read an art book, and that'll also help us level up our art. As you can see, we're learning about art. Pretty cool. There's also an art gallery you can go to. If you appreciate the paintings, that will work on the art skill. So let's talk about the coffee crafting skill. So how can we become the ultimate barista? Well, all you gotta do is practice making coffee. Duh. Really, all you need is a coffee machine. I got this real fancy one right over here. So we'll go ahead and select make coffee. Coffee helps your hunger, and I do believe it also helps your sleep stat. But what's kind of cool is you can make basic coffee, Vienna coffee, latte, special coffee. Obviously, the more you work on it, the more coffee that you can make. And it'll tell you like the equipment that you need in order to make something. Go ahead and make a cold brew. That sounds pretty good. We'll go ahead and speed this up a little bit. There we go. I think he spilled a little bit of it. Delicious coffee right there. Looks like there's like Hershey's chocolate bars on there. Now, sometimes they won't drink it right away. You have to actually like click on it and tell them to drink it. They do the same thing whenever they make food too. Sometimes they just stand there and look at the food, and you have to actually like click on it. You have to be like, yo, eat the food. Now, depending on like how you have your Zoi set up with the personality and stuff like that, whenever you're not controlling the Zoi, they will work on skills that are based off their personality. I'll give you a little example. So I mainly control Austin's skills, and Roxy's personality is that she's an entertainer. So she mostly works on performance and rhetoric, which we'll talk about these later in the video. But those are the skills that match her personality. So she works on those whenever I'm not controlling her. So up next we have the cooking stats. So how can we raise our cooking stat? So this is a very useful skill for everybody to practice because hunger depletes regularly. Raising your cooking stat is really as simple as just opening up the fridge and selecting make food. And here's like all the stuff you can make. You can make salads, pancakes, French toast, all kinds of good stuff. Lower levels are mostly breakfast, and then as you scroll down you'll see more like lunch and dinner and stuff like that. Really to get started, all you need is a countertop, fridge. There are certain skills that kind of pair well with the cooking skill, like guarding, so that you can make your own ingredients. Well, I don't know why she's walking away from her food. She must be like ADHD. She'll put something down, then she'll like walk away and forget about it. Can definitely relate to that. Yeah, if you just eat a quick bite, that doesn't really increase your cooking stat. You have to actually like make something. What is Austin eating right there? What is that? Rainbow shaped ice cream. But as you can see, we're making some pancakes right here. Our cooking stat is going up a little bit. It's definitely a process. Making it with love. Dang, that looks good. Now you can also open up your phone and you can order groceries. So you can get cooking ingredients here. And if you don't want to cook, you can just like DoorDash. You can do the same with coffee as well. All right, so the next skill is going to be the fitness skill. And you can level this up doing like yoga or, you know, using the lap machine. There's probably other exercising equipment too that I don't have. So here's the lap machine over here. We'll do some lap pull downs. There's also a gym in the city. So if you're out and about, you can use the gym to exercise. I gotta say, Roxy looks pretty fit though. Like she definitely looks like she could be a fitness influencer or something. Maybe I should like get like a camera like right over here. That way she can make some fitness vids. Now after you're done working out, it will decrease your hygiene a little bit. So you can always take a shower to kind of get that back up. But you can do some pretty cool things on this yoga mat right here. We can do squats. She's gonna work on getting that booty. Here we go. Let's get fit, girl. You can also read books to increase your fitness level. There are like healthy books you can read. I don't think that's the fastest way. I think if you just like work out, it's gonna level up a lot faster. We just leveled up to level 2. That's pretty cool. Doing some push-ups. All about staying fit and staying healthy. Now, depending on the skills that you mostly work on, when your Zoi's in conversation with like other Zois, they'll actually talk about, you know, their skills with other Zois. She's singing in the shower. All right, so the next skill that we're gonna talk about is the gardening skill. So the fastest way to level that up is just like watering the houseplants. I know like certain Zois will have like personality traits where they love like plants and stuff. So like Roxy is actually a plant lover. That's one of her ambitions. So one of the first goals I had to do was like get 10 houseplants for her. So we're gonna go ahead and prune a bonsai tree. And what's kind of cool is you can choose like how you want it to grow. You can also like trim it and like sell it and stuff. We'll do, how about sunlit cloud? That looks pretty cool. Nice. Booyah, baby. Here we go. Level 3. Yeah, so if you want, we can sell this on the pocket market. We can also fertilize it. But yeah, basically just water them, fertilize them, share your feelings with them. Eventually, they'll produce fruit like tomatoes, and you can use them in cooking. All right, so up next, we have the housework skill. So if your place is kind of dirty, the fastest way to level it up is just, you know, clean it. You can use mops or vacuum cleaners or brooms. As you level up your housework skill, you'll unlock new equipment like better brooms and better mops and stuff. Some Zois get affected by how clean their house is. Like if their house is like really dirty, some Zois will become like uncomfortable. If you have like an actual broom or like an actual mop, you can use it multiple times. So I can use this 3 times if I want. And your Zoi will basically go to a room that's dirty and they'll clean it. See, like right over here is kind of dirty. Go ahead and clean it up. Make it squeaky clean. Looks like she found another area that's dirty. Make it sparkle. And here is the final area that's a little dirty. Doesn't really look too dirty. But yeah, if you just type in clean in build mode, this is where you can find like all the vacuum cleaners and stuff. Yeah, once we're level 3, we can unlock a way better vacuum cleaner. Now, if you need to repair a machine, that'll also count towards house cleaning. So if we go to our phone and we go to the pocket market, you can actually hire like house cleaning services if you want. So if I want to hire a maid, you can also hire a repairman or a babysitter, soul guy, not too sure what that is. So if your Zoi just like hates cleaning, just hire a house cleaner. You can also increase your house cleaning skill by washing laundry. Got to make sure our drip is nice, clean, and fresh. But I do think using the broom and stuff is way faster. Alright, so let's talk about the video production skill. If you want your Zoi to be like a YouTuber or a content creator, so the best ways to level that up is just by having a computer right here. So if we go to create video, you can actually make like a YouTube video or something. So we'll just do like editing. That definitely looks like Adobe Premiere Pro right there, which is really cool. You can also sell your videos for profit. Definitely love the PC right here. This is like a gaming PC that we got. Looks like he's making like a dog video and like another video with like fireworks. If we go to our smartphone and there should be like a take selfie option, take photo. So by taking a photo, that'll also level us up too, as you can see. Yeah, we can also use the camera as well. As you can see, I would say that making videos gives you the most experience. Up next, we have the performance skill, which is a really cool, kind of lighthearted skill. But the fastest way to level that up is by using the microphone right here. So practice speaking or perform stand-up comedy. Both those actions will do the performance skill right here. There's also a karaoke bar in town where you can also sing and duet with other Zois. Now there's also books that you can read that will increase the performance skill. Another way to increase your performance skill is by using the computer. There's actually a like website. If you go to check out Humor website, another thing too is if you look at like the icons, it'll actually show you what skill they work on. So performance icon is a microphone, so check out Humor website, looking up some funny websites. But basically the higher the performance skill, the better your Zoi will sing, be able to entertain others. Let's talk about the programming skill. All you need is a tablet or a computer. We'll go ahead and select on work on programming. The programming skill, you can actually make like game mods, plugins, and you can actually sell it once you're done. So we have this game mod right here that we finished. We'll go ahead and sell that. And I think this time we'll work on a plugin. We'll go ahead and develop that. You can also play video games and that will work on your programming skill. Go ahead and play game right here. Love the pixel game. It looks like Stardew Valley but like with a giant cat. Whatever game this is, I would totally play it. Now if you don't have access to a computer, you can also study programming from a book. Look for books like Complete Guide to Programming. Now if your programming skill is high enough, you can actually commit scams and frauds online and like hack into accounts. Let's go ahead and talk about the creative thinking skill. All you really need is a computer for this one, right? So if you write stuff, that'll work on your creative thinking. You can later sell these books. We'll go ahead and write an essay. That's so cool. It looks like he's like inside a Google Doc or like inside Microsoft Word. It's a great skill to have if your Zoi is intelligent or creative. Also, if you're in the pursuit of knowledge and understanding, it's a useful skill. You can also study for certification. It'll look like this right here. Looks like he's doing some online classes. And you can investigate interesting facts. Looks like he's using Google. So another way is by going to your TV right here. You can actually watch educational programs like the news channel or watch a debate channel. And that will also work on your creative thinking. Looks like I just changed values, traditionist. I don't even know what that is. So the next skill that we're going to talk about is the charm skill. If you want your Zoi to be more charismatic or have smoother conversations or even become the life of the party, you're going to want to work on your charm skill. Now, ways that you can increase that, obviously, you know, socializing with other Zois, but you can also increase that skill by reading books like self-help books and stuff like that. It'll also help you get more dates. But yeah, one of the best places to work on your charm skill is just by going to the beach if you're in Bliss Bay, because there's a lot of people in the beach area. Because obviously, you know, charm's like a social skill, so. But yeah, my Zoi is feeling confident. We're gonna go ahead and riz her up. Greet lovely. Hey, come back here. Shorty. Don't hesitate, bro. Approach her. Go ahead to our romance options. Let's see if she's married. You got a ring on that finger? Oh, there's another shorty over there. We gotta work on her too. Oh, she's not married yet. I'm gonna greet you with cuteness. Hey, you're cute. I like your swimsuit. Yeah, she thinks I'm so charming. That's definitely the fastest way to get charm is just by talking to people. If you have the go-getter personality, you'll be confident more often. All right, how about a heartfelt hug? I think she wants to get married. Should I go ahead and plan our wedding? So let's say that you don't get out very often and you're kind of like a shut-in. You don't really go out and like socialize with people. Well, another way to increase the charm skill is by going on your computer right here. And you can actually look for a date. So you can do like some online dating and stuff. Yeah, there we go. Swipe right. All right, so the last skill that we're going to talk about is the Rhetoric skill, which is kind of similar to the charm skill in a way because they're both social skills. But the fastest way to improve the Rhetoric skill is just by practicing speaking in front of the mirror. Yeah, it'll go up like really fast if you do this. There's also books that you can read on like leadership and communication that will also improve it. So how to communicate with the world, that should raise that skill. Yeah, so that'll increase the skill. Basically, if you have like a high rhetoric skill, you'll have stronger conversations in a professional setting. It's a really good skill to have if your Zoi's like a leader, you know, entertainer, anything to kind of do with communication. And if you discuss like business matters, giving life advice. Also too, the higher your rhetoric skill, the better your first impressions will be when meeting other Zois. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys a really awesome place that'll work on all your skills. We're going to go ahead and take my car there. And in case you didn't know, I do have a driving guide. I'll put the link somewhere in the video if you want to check out my driving guide. But this location right here is really cool. So if we go to our map right here, we'll go to the library. So the library is a really awesome place because there's so many different books you can choose from that'll work on your skills and stuff. Like you can work on pretty much all your skills here, right? You got like health books, you got parenting books, how to get along with your friends, so how to communicate. The library pretty much has every single book. You want to learn about art, we got an art book, the complete guide to programming, how to think differently from others. So yeah, you could basically work on like any skill at the library. Anyway guys, that'll do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this video was useful, informative. Stay tuned for some more InZoi videos. I got a lot of great ideas planned. So yeah, I'm gonna keep them coming for you guys. But yeah, that's all I got for you today, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Peace out.